Cool beans. This was a #1 New York Times best-selling team. Jory John and Pete Oswald created this amazing book. Check out all those cool glasses. The cool bean. Watch out! Here comes the cool beans. The cool beans. Oh yeah, check out how they move. Look at the way they swagger. Notice their sunglasses? Yow! The cool beans are known all over school, from house to house, across the town, and beyond county lines. In the olden days, last year, we were all one big pod of beans. We were a mixed bag, but somehow it worked. Yep, those were the good old days. And then we stopped seeing each other as much. That's just how it is sometimes. You spend less time together, even though you're not totally sure why. I watched as the beans I knew so well, the beans from my own pod, became the cool beans. Oh, they were so cool. One of them could play a guitar. Cool. One of them could draw the best superheroes. Cool. One of them could jump higher than any bean I'd ever known. Cool. Me? Oh, well, I mostly stayed the same. Sure, I made some small changes. I wore some sunglasses. I slicked my hair back, probably too slick. I strutted around. I swaggered. I would still pick last for everything, and my clothes never seemed to fit. I snorted when I laughed, and I walked into stuff, and I was an uncool bean, for sure. I started thinking of myself as just a common bean with no special skills, and I couldn't compete, so I just didn't even try. I never be a cool bean. It seemed like that there were two types of beans in the world. There were the cool beans, and then beans like me. The days all blended together, and I lived my life, and things were just okay. I took tests, and I ate my lunches, and mostly kept to myself. And the cool beans, they continue to be cool. Sure, I miss them a bit, but it's not like I was going to say anything. I felt like all that coolness had gotten in the way of our friendship, and that's how it went until one day. I was in the cafeteria and I dropped my lunch on my loafers, but then something sort of miraculous happened. Out of nowhere, one of the cool beans helped me clean it up. He didn't even say anything. He just gave me a nod, and that was it. Later, I was out on the playground and I tripped and I scraped my knee, and maybe I cried just a little, and everybody saw it. And another one of the cool beans came to my side, and without a word, he dusted me off. That afternoon, I was sitting in class and I wasn't really paying attention. I didn't notice, but our teacher had called on me and everybody stared, and I sat there in silence and nobody said anything. And then everybody just laughed at me. That was it. After today, I was officially a has-been. But then one of the cool beans stood up and came over to me. Everybody watched. She leaned in close and she whispered, "Hey, the teacher asked you to read from page 32. Then she gave me a quick wink. I went back to her. It was a small gesture, sure, but it was also everything. I walked home with a goofy smile on my face. I smiled all the way through dinner. That day made all the difference. It was a day that could have been really bad if not for the kindness of a few cool beans. It gave me a shred of confidence. That shred of confidence has continued to grow. Somebody had my back, or a few somebodies. After that, I started hanging out with the cool beans again. How have you been? Get it? How have you been? Not all the time, but sometimes at lunch, after school, even on the weekends. Throughout all of this, I realized that it's not about how you look or any of that other silly stuff. It's about a wink or a nod or a smile at just the right moment. It's about dusting somebody off, helping them up, and pointing them in the right direction. You need a hand? Yes, please. Now that's cool. What a great story. I look at this and I think, wow, I want to be a cool bean. Are you a cool bean?